Hey, this is Jim from TrekWorld, and join me today as we take one of the most in-depth look at a Star Trek episode ever taken on YouTube. All right, we're all familiar with bloopers, but what we're going to take a look at today isn't just bloopers. We're going to take a look at any time something appears to be just slightly off in an episode. It may be a blooper, it may be a continuity error, it may be a plot point that everybody missed. But along the way, we will talk about some things no one else on YouTube has ever talked about before. So pull up a chair and remember why we are Star Trek fans, as well as why we have the reputation for analyzing every last frame. Join me today as we take a look at the Corbomite Maneuver. Now, in this episode, Dr. McCoy begins the beginning of the episode in his medical smock because, of course, he's doing his physical examination of Captain Kirk. About halfway through the episode, he will change to a standard Starfleet uniform. But because of the way the episode was edited, they kept having problems with switching the uniforms in mid-scenes. For instance, here we see him with the Starfleet smock, but when he comes to the bridge a few minutes later, he's already in his standard uniform. But things get even stranger when suddenly he's back to the smock again, and then just when you thought it was safe, here comes the Starfleet uniform one more time. And in a sleight of hand that would make Penn and Teller proud, Spock's earpiece vanishes from his right ear right in the middle of a scene. If you have any videos, photos, or documents that you would like to donate to us, please feel free to send them to jim@trek-world.com or submit them via the web at submit.trek-world.com. Now notice that the gentlemen all bend over, put their hands on their knees because they're going to be transporting into their cramped quarters. Watch McCoy's positioning of his hands, or when he shows up on Balok's ship, his hands have shifted. Now, this one's a little bit more perplexing. I had to slow it down for you here, but you're going to see that Kirk grabs his uniform, whips it around his shoulders, but if you clearly see here, there are two command braids on the uniform. This is a commander's uniform. It's not a captain's uniform. However, in just a few seconds, we see him in the corridor getting ready to get on the turbo lift, and suddenly, the same uniform now sports two solid braids with a dashed braid in between, which is the captain's uniform.
Bridge.
Kirk tells the turbo lift as soon as he gets into it that he's going to the bridge, but the very next scene shows us he's in his quarters. Interestingly, Spock quotes distances in the Imperial system, where Lieutenant Bailey quotes them in the metric system. Not only that, but there's no way that a ship that is only about 5.5 times longer than the Enterprise is correctly represented in this screenshot. Come on, you know you like the video. So do me a favor and go ahead and click that like button down below so that YouTube will know to show this to more viewers. Notice the view screen in sickbay has a mark on the bottom right-hand corner. Just a few moments later, in Kirk's quarters, he uses his view screen to call the bridge, and guess what? It's the same monitor.
Distance from us, 1,593 meters, position constant.
Each of its edges measures 107 meters. Mass a little under 11,000 metric tons.
So the cube is 60% the Enterprise's length, and 5.5 Enterprise lengths away, but that doesn't look right in this composite shot.
1 minute. I knew he would.
In this scene, there's a missing voice loop that should have been added in by ADR later, where Balok tells the ship, "You now have 1 minute." That's what Sulu's reacting to when he says, "I knew he would." Some people mistakenly believe that the line is actually contained in the trailer to the episode, but it's not. The trailer to the episode contains an alternate take where Balok only originally gave them 1 minute in total.
We grant you 1 minute.
And now that everybody's drank Tranya and we're all one big happy family, wouldn't it be kind of nice to let Spock and the Enterprise know that the situation is no longer dire and it's been resolved?